Hello, tubes and grooves, and welcome to this edition of Take the Fear Out the Gear with me, Jason Bangers.
And me, Mr. Chumley Warner.
Ever dreamed of using your record deck and playing Serato from it? But you just can't afford it, can you? Because it's so expensive. Now you can. Watch on. So excited to show you this. Simon found this out the other day. I've been and bought one now because I can't believe it. I'm so excited. We're heavily into DJing now. DJ Fresh beside me. You got DJ Bangers here. And we are getting into this DJing thing. Neither of us are experts or even close. But we've got a great thing to show you today. I promise you this is going to be the best Serato tuitional video on the whole of the tube.
That's it. We've watched so many videos, you know, and the equipment's so expensive.
And I want you to know about this one.
But what we've discovered...
How expensive, Si? I mean, how much? So
for a decent controller, you've got 500, 1,000. If you want to go down the Rane line, it could cost you £2,500 with like a couple of Rane 12s and a mixer. It's so expensive.
So, quickly, before we show them how it works, how much does this work out? Or should we save that for later in the video?
Yeah, we'll tell you in a bit, because you need to be sitting in a chair to get over how cheap this is going to be.
You do, right. Without further ado, look at what I've got here. A record player. And what's on it? I'll show you. It's record, look. Is that or is that not a piece of vinyl?
Well, that's a special piece of vinyl, isn't it?
You tell them, Si.
Well, this is the Serato. I've got the, grab the old thing here. This is the Serato, it's called control vinyl. So all it does is creates like a little tone, which goes into the Serato box we've got here. We've got a Scratch Live box by Rane, which then goes into your PC or Mac. And then you can run any track you want from Serato Scratch Live with your record player and mixer.
So you could play a whole night on just this one record, right? Because all this becomes is a controller. I know it's bizarre. I didn't know it worked like that. And you can also do it with CDs. That will be our next video, and we should tell you how to do that. So keep your eyes peeled for our next follow-up from this video. But if that ain't a piece of vinyl, then I don't know what ain't.
So what we ought to do then, if you chuck it on, and we'll show you how it works. What we've done, we've loaded up a drum loop on...
so we don't get done with copyright.
On the computer. And you'll see as soon as Jay starts the deck, that triggers Serato.
So camera 2 is on the laptop there showing you Serato Scratch Live. This is not Serato DJ Pro, right, because this is a different setup and we'll explain why later. Now I'm going to hit the start button on my wonderful expensive Technics deck here. Does it get any better than that?
Spot on, isn't it? And you can use your pitch control to go speed up, slow down, so you can mix, you can beat match stuff in there. It is the perfect setup.
This old Technics deck. Alright, it's a sound lab, it's all I can afford. This thing, I got a pair of these. I control it for 50 quid. A controller, I mean a
DJ mixer.
DJ mixer. These are old as the hills. But it don't matter so long as it's got a needle on it. And I've got to say, these needles are knackered and the thing's all bent, but it's working beautifully.
Yeah, so there's your first clue. So the record decks and the mixer, £50.
Well, if you're lucky, like I was, then you might be.
Well, we've looked on the marketplace, and there's loads. You probably pay £100 just for a couple of cheap decks and a mixer. It's not going to be a lot.
It's not going to be a lot.
So then we ought to say about
take in mind, we are comparing this to thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
Thousands, right?
And the other thing you need, you got your 2 decks, you got your mixer, hopefully less than £100, or if you're in America, less than $100. I should imagine you can pick something up cheap. You've got your Rane Scratch Live box.
See, we haven't even mentioned what it is yet. This is what it's all about. This bit of kit here, Si. This is the exciting part.
It is. So when I say Rane, you think, oh, $signs, pound signs, you think, oh god,
mega expensive.
Good job we're sitting down. So I picked this one up. This is the Serato Scratch Live by Rane. It's called an SL1, and that's like the interface box you need to go in between your record decks and your mixer. So you need one of those, and I picked up in the same deal, the guy had 2 of these Serato control vinyls.
Oh.
So that came to £60. So for £60 we got the Scratch Live box, we got 2 control vinyls, and for another £50 we got 2 record decks and a DJ mixer. So that's £110.
Unbelievable.
For the whole setup. It'll get you DJing. That is so cheap.
And now something I'm going to tell you about these things here, right? Now they just generate a tone. Whee, like that. So you got one side and you use it. It's your controller basically. Now if that gets scratched or damaged, turn it over, use side B, ride the bus with me and you shall see. I'm not Scratch Bastard, but I scratch like one. They got 2 sides on them. I know that sounds like obvious, but you'd think for a company to earn more money, they'd want to just put the tone on one side. So if that goes, you've got to go and buy another one. You've got 2 here.
And I suppose if you say you picked up, because Jay's just bought one of these Scratch Live Rane boxes, £35 plus postage.
Yeah.
And you can actually get on eBay in the UK the Serato control vinyls, a pair, for £30. So that's the kind of price if you have to buy stuff separately.
These gaps between the songs, though, is there a tone generation on those?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Well, let's find out right now with the viewers, shall we? So I'm going to put it right on a gap between a song. Yes, it does. Yeah, right on it. So even the gaps between the songs generate the code. It's continuity from beginning to end. And I should say, we're playing at 45 right now. Okay, check this out. Now, at the click of a switch, Simon, hopefully if he can do it on the fly.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch this onto 33 now. Now, this don't behave so well on 33, which is why we chose 45. But just to show you so that you ain't got to keep picking your needle up and going back to the beginning of the record. Sorry, so frequently, if you know what I mean, because on 33 it lasts longer, and you can even slow it down as well. It's the same. And you might be thinking, what about the pitch? Well, let's show you. You'll hear it, you won't see it unfortunately on this video because we haven't got a camera on it, but you got to learn to scratch. You got to realise that you need a note of music to scratch on, not a blank space.
That's it. So yeah, you can load up anything you want and scratch your heart's delight.
So you've got a record player which acts like a record player. It's still a record player. It's got a record on it, but it ain't playing a record. It's playing a computer.
So if you want to get into Serato, this is the absolute cheapest way of doing it. So go and have some fun.
But Simon, it's the best way. Look, we've got a record deck here.
Yeah.
And if you're wondering what a record deck's this way round, look, you got room to scratch. That's how the pros do it. If we had it facing us, we're probably going to knock the needle, see? So you do it this way, look, all the room you got. We're only beginners, but we kind of figured it out. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Take the Fear Out of the Gear, because this is probably the one I've been most excited about. Check out the next one that's going to be coming out. It will be Serato run by CD.
Yeah, so if you haven't got any record decks and you've got a couple of CD players lying around, there you go.
And that is even cheaper. Why is it cheaper? Because we'll explain in the next video. So we hope you've enjoyed this one. From me, Jason Bangers, is a very, very, very happy goodbye.
And for a very excited Mr. Chumley Warner, we'll see you next time.
Please subscribe.
Like, tell all your friends, and
hit that notification bell.
And get them playing the Get Down.
We'll see you on the next one, guys. Ciao for now.